Attention, sweet tooths. Hello and welcome to a new episode of IWS TV. Today, everything revolves around chocolate. For this, I have invited Florian Mückstein. Florian, hello, glad you're here. Nice that you came.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
Florian, now there's something I'm curious about. You are more or less with us in Austria, the chocolate specialist. What is actually the idea of making a perfect chocolate liqueur?
Well, for us, it all started in production because the production manager is a trained master confectioner. And he always wanted to bring the things he used to make in his bakery into the bottle with us. Like his chocolate orange tartlets, his banana cream slice. And it started with us saying, yes, let's begin.
That was practically a metamorphosis, wasn't it?
Right, yes. The first products were more like something we could spoon rather than drink. But then we worked towards making it a really nice, creamy chocolate liqueur. But chocolate liqueur alone wasn't enough for us. We always wanted chocolate plus something. And that's why we now have several varieties, which always combine chocolate with an additional flavor.
Start from the beginning. Quick question. If a cream liqueur or chocolate liqueur or eggnog is very thick in consistency, what should one do?
It's best to just shake it a little. Don't have it too cold. You don't really need to. Put it in the fridge because many believe they need to put eggnog or cream liqueur in the fridge, but it's not necessary because the alcohol preserves the product anyway. Otherwise, shake it at room temperature, and in the worst case, push a spoon through the top because it can happen that a plug forms in the narrow part of the bottle. That's the fat, exactly. That's now also nothing negative. What's good is that there's a lot in it, and when there's a lot in it, it can sometimes settle a bit. And then form such a plug, shake it up, and then you can usually drink it normally.
Fat from essential oils, it's normal for them to float, and that's just as you say. Friends who are with us at the WSA, they make limoncello. And with limoncello, the essential oils and parts of the oranges also float on top. Unfortunately, they changed that. As a result, the problem is that because they upset people, the product is no longer as good. I wouldn't do that, but you're right. So, let's get back to you. What is the base for all these chocolate liqueurs of yours?
So as a base, we use our egg liqueur because it simply forms a nice base, a creamy base, creating a bit of a doughy or biscuit-like texture. And on that, we then basically build to add the chocolate to it. We make a chocolate cream, that is a chocolate sauce, which we cook ourselves. Our master confectioner now cooks it himself and then mixes it with the egg liqueur. And then, depending on the variety, we add more to it. For chocolate pear, we add Williams pear brandy. And for chocolate chili, we make a chili extract from red habaneros that we get from Burgenland, which we extract and then add. Otherwise, we use natural flavors, such as from orange oil or peppermint oil. We make essences that we add to give this chocolate liqueur that certain something.
Let's take a step further from the beginning. Where do you get the cocoa, the chocolate from?
Well, we obviously purchase it.
Do you have any preferences? Do you say you only buy this specific cocoa, or how do you do it?
We have a cocoa from Tessan that is very good, which we actually always use. And we also have dark chocolate chips that we use, where we know the quality suits us and which we actually purchase regularly.
And how many percent cocoa does this chocolate practically have? Or dark chocolate? That will probably be a higher percentage.
70, 80%. That's like a cooking chocolate, actually. Yes, then it's even higher, probably. It usually has 70, 80%. And then we add the cocoa. And the rest is sugar and water, so it becomes liquid when it's cooked down. Sugar, what? Cocoa, not cocoa, because it's already partly in the cooking chocolate.
Milk?
Cream is not added to the sauce. The milk and cream are already in the eggnog.
That means the sponge cake then gets either a fruit topping from you, like oranges or whatever, because of the morphosis we just talked about. Then the products are mixed, You say, in what ratio is there more or less eggnog, and in what ratio is the liquid chocolate added?
Well, you have to consider that you use about 10% with chocolate sauce and the other ingredients. Again, mix into the eggnog. Is that enough for it to be so intense? That's enough for it to be so intense, yes. Yes, because it is a very intense chocolate. If you were to work with milk chocolate, you would need much more. With an intense chocolate and an intense cocoa, the flavor comes through relatively quickly.
Which alcohols do you use for stabilization?
We use a neutral alcohol.
Only neutral. That means you don't use rum or anything like that, or whiskey either, right?
We don't use that because it would bring its own flavor. And with eggnog, we want it to have that typical eggnog flavor and not any foreign taste.
The shelf life of the products?
Theoretically unlimited due to the alcohol with 15% by volume. As I said, over time, a drop can form on top, but if you shake it, it goes away.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? About the technical process, something I forgot, something important, something close to your heart?
Stir for a long time to make it stable. So if you're making it at home, you really need to have a practiced wrist to stir for a long time, because that's important for stability. So everything binds nicely, everything connects well.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you for the valuable information.
You're very welcome.
We will have a second part where we will do a tasting. I would also like to thank you at home for watching. Yes, and if you have developed a craving for something sweet, for high-quality chocolate in liquid form, then you should join us next time on Inside World Spirits. Thank you for watching. Like us. Recommend us to others. Goodbye.